Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. I'm in the Tiger 2. I don't play this tank very often. I have a lot of tier 8 tanks. And I usually have a lot of tier 8 tanks and I'm busy grinding out to get to the tier 9 tanks that come after them, like the AMX-50 Foch for example. So generally speaking, when I've got a tier 8 match lined up, the Tiger 2 is not one of those tanks that gets much of a look in. Now, as you can see, this is a patch 8.8 replay because I've got XVM stats up and running. And I'm not really sure what I think of XVM stats. I'm looking at the various colours here that most of the tier 9s in this match are just universally awful. Hell, most of the players on both teams are pretty awful. So in one respect, you know, XVM is basically telling me and Quickie Baby here, him and his 4.502A, me and my Tiger 2, that we're going to have to work hard if we want to get a win out of this. We're the, according to the stats, the best players in the match. So we need to step up and not rely on our tier 9s to be the spearhead. We need to get in here. At the same time, I am only in a Tiger 2. Look at that. Jagdpanther 2. Coming over a ridge and just giving his lower glacis to all of the tanks that are down here. I'm amazed he survived. Did he even get to fire his gun? Because the gun depression on that thing isn't great. No, he just came over the ridge, took 3 hits, backed off. That's the kind of player that the majority of both of these teams consist of. But what I don't want to happen, because I know it will if I'm not careful, is I don't want to become a slave to XVM stats. And when I say that, I don't want to be one of those players that logs into a match, takes one look at XVM stats, sees that his entire team is just comprises completely of a bunch of cabbages, and then says noob team and quits. That's not, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to be I do not want to be that kind of player, because I've been on matches where XVM has predicted a 95% chance of defeat, and our artillery had XVM installed, said this is a noob team, and quit the match, and we won despite being 14 against 15 and being, you know, the inferior team. Because for it to be a 95%er, 5% of them have to be wins. But, you know, be realistic about your chances. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying, come on, chaps, positive thinking, we can do anything. Remember, chaps, there's no I in team. No, but there are 6 in asinine platitude quoting idiot. You know, be realistic about your chances. But at the same time, I've seen players with 15,000 barrels played and 500 efficiency. The kind of stats that you get by AFKing your way to tier 10. And I've seen them pull off the most amazing clutch wins. You probably shouldn't count on it happening too often, of course. But World of Tanks continues to surprise me to this day. I have noticed my new Sixth Sense icon keeps popping up. I really, really like it, but I'll probably have to stop using it. It's a little too colourful for YouTube. It was made by Michael Heiselenduen, who I've probably mispronounced. He's one of my Facebook subscribers. There's that Yag Tiger again. Hang on, is he really? Well, okay. I've been a bit cautious with my health so far. I mean, I haven't taken a single hit yet. But I think it's time. Now this Yag Tiger is just YOLOing straight into the middle of the town. It looks like he's going for Quickie Baby. So, I need to back him up. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about here. This guy just YOLOs right into the middle of town. Drives past 3 enemy tanks. Because apparently he's got a hard-on for Quickie Baby. And watch this. This is the kind of player we're talking about here. Right, Quickie Baby is now a one-shot kill. He's the most dangerous player on the enemy team. Does he stop to finish him off? Or does he turn around to instead go after a full health Tiger 2 and coming straight back right into the middle of the huge pack of enemy tanks that he just bypassed. Let me know how that one works out for you, son. Meanwhile, this IS-8 has been getting shot up by Quickie Baby, so he runs around one side of the house, sees me coming, runs back around the other side of the house, straight back, sticks his arse right out in front of Quickie Baby's gun. Well, to be fair, there wasn't anything that IS-8 could have done at that stage. And now it's just a question of who's going to be the one to hunt the artillery. And we know where he is. I mean, he hasn't been spotted, but judging by how he was firing, he has to be... There he is, yep. And damn you, AT-15 and your quick-firing 17-pounder gun. I wanted that kill. Right, AMX 1390. Tier 8 French light tank. 90mm autoloader cannon. I'm platooned with circumflexes in his T71. It's a distinctly Tier 10 game. Here on the Fishing Bay map. I absolutely love this little tank. It's got everything that's good about the other AMX series light tanks, but it's got the most dangerous gun any of them have. Unfortunately, I am not very good at driving it, but I do have fun in it regardless. I've set mine up as a passive scout, but it's got the speed and manoeuvrability to also be an active scout if and when required. So I've got the binoculars, I've got the camo net, and initially I tend to use the speed of this thing to get up to a forward spotting position and then just sit in the bush watching death and destruction rain down on my enemies. Doesn't always work that way. You know, a lot of the time I just can't resist the temptation to kill. And it's really, really dangerous when I'm driving this tank because I don't have 100% on the first commander skill yet, so this thing doesn't have sixth sense. But it was just such a big, fat, juicy E50, I couldn't resist it. So first kill to me, which is nice. 4 shots left. I should probably be going for a reload right now. Well, then again, no. No, the scouts are trying to break through. Circumflexes is rushing back to try to intercept them. Oh, who put that rock there? I mean, really, what a stupid place to put a rock. 4 shots left. I'll save the ammo. I'll not go for a reload now, because the reload on this thing is pretty long. Oh, crap, look behind us. Okay, the scouts that I came back to deal with are dead. And we've got a Batchat and an E50M, the 2 tier 10 mediums. We're trying to push through. I don't know if it's a good thing I abandoned that position or a bad thing. I guess we'll find out. Alright, these 2 tier 10 mediums look like they've bitten off a bit more than they can chew. They've got a T30 on the flank there. We've got one of our own E50Ms, an IS-8 and an E75. What the hell an E75 is doing over this side of the map, I have no idea. Oh, they do have some T30 support of their own though. What the... Oh, it was a T62 or a T54 shooting in the flank of the Batcher there. For a minute there I thought the T30 had fired. How the hell does a T30 only do that amount of damage? I'm trying to get back into my old spotting position. It is not going to work without E50 on the flank. And everybody loves shooting at French light tanks. Give them half a chance, everybody will divert fire to shoot at me. So let's not give them half a chance. The trick with a 1390, as with any other French autoloader, is keeping yourself alive till the late stages of the game, when you can absolutely rack up monster damage scores with this little gun. Shooting at unsuspecting fools like that guy. Okay, now he knows I'm here. He has some very, very big friends behind him. I'm effectively pinned here now until we deal with this E50M, because he will have me lit up for that T30 and IS-8 behind him. Now, decision time. T-54 is going for it. Do I back him up and risk instant death? Yeah, Circumflexus is going for it as well. I suppose I really have to. Not really the angle to be shooting at an E50M though. Ah, see, I want to be shooting him in the flank. One shot left, come on. No, completely ineffective. Alright. Oh, ooh, ow. The IS-8 just nailed our E50M. Their T-30's crying about hackers. It amazes me. It never ceases to. It probably shouldn't because, you know, the internet is where idiots live. But it never ceases to amaze me that people could be driving Tier 9 vehicles and still not understand how the spotting mechanics work. But hey, it's World of Tanks. What are you going to do? Still reloading, but nearly there. Circumflexus has taken a hit or two. Actually, at this tier, he's probably only taken one. But I'm still untouched. And we've reloaded. And our other T-71 is raping their artillery. Oh, hello, Mr. IS-8. Do you like light tanks? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow, he missed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Have some. Have some. Which one of us are you going to shoot at? Wrong target. Oh shit. Oh shit. He's bringing his gun around. Ah, this is going to hurt. Yeah, that did hurt. You get a bit too confident. Engine backup, but my tracks are gone as well. And he's dead. Oh. Luckily, they had no artillery left at that stage, or I guarantee I would have been artillery's first victim. And now it's time to have some fun. If we can just manage to not get hit. 3/4 of the way through a reload. Hello, Mr. 4502P. Are you surprised to see us? What must be going through this guy's head right now, other than fuck my life? There's 3 light tanks with autoloaders just derp, 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 derp. Oh, he's on fire. This is what it's all about. This is why we drive French light tanks with autoloaders. Oh, man. Okay, so we got an IS-7 and a T110E5. Yeah, I'm sure we can have fun with them. Oh, there they are. We know where they both are. Come on. We're going to have you. We're going to have you. This is why I love this tank. And I'm committing all the cardinal sins here, and yet somehow getting away with it. You never shoot on the move with this gun, because you just miss. One shot left, and yet I'm doing it, and I'm getting away with it. And whoa, whoa, shit! IS-7, get out of the way! Get out of the way! Circumflexus took him out. Man, AMX 1390 and the T71, fantastic tanks. I'm terrible in it, but they're so much fun to drive. Let's go. Final clip of the day, T28 Prototype. I do like this machine, although the speed, or complete lack of it, is a very, very limiting factor. It's not quite as bad as the T95. The Doom Turtle, the T95 at Tier 9, which is the non-turreted Tier 9. Obviously you go from this thing, you get to the T30, down the other American tank destroyer line. I love the T95, but I have had 20 games in it, and only one of them has been any good. That was the very first one I played. It's such a frustrating machine. It's either completely overpowered, or it's almost 100% useless, depending purely on the map and the team that you get. The T28 Prototype, while still not being very fast, is at least a little faster than the T95, and so it's one of those machines. And you know, British heavy tank drivers driving your Churchills until you get up to the Carnarvon will know exactly what I'm talking about. Slow machines, you need to be able to read the battlefield right at the start, during the countdown. Assess where your team's going to go, decide where you need to go, and do it, and be right, because if you're wrong, You have no further input into the rest of the battle. Because you're just too slow to react to changing circumstances. Speaking of changing circumstances, what on earth is this IS-3 doing? He's... really? Can you believe this? He's not even shooting at us. Well, okay. Cheers, dude. Cool story, bro. What was that? That's one of their best tanks, just gone. The first one killed. And it's not like, you know, oh, god damn it, artillery hit me and wiped me out, you know, unlucky. He just threw his tank away. What the hell? Yeah, never interrupt the enemy when they're making a mistake. Speaking of mistakes, they've left the middle wide open. I mean, I thought Circumflexes in his SU-152 there was just throwing his tank away, because there was an AT-15 guarding this road. But no, not anymore. Oh well, it would be rude not to exploit an opening of this magnitude, especially since this thing is just too slow to go around. So, well, choice of targets here. It's like being a kid in a candy factory. Okay, Circumflexes is going to go right, and he's going to have some surprise butt sex with all those heavies up on the corner. And myself, I am going to do the same to these AT-15s. I might stop to obliterate this T-34-85 first, though, because I don't want him getting around me. He probably has no idea I'm coming. There's the AT-15s. There he is. Surprise, it's me! And, you know, this is the thing I love and hate about the British tank destroyers. He's almost completely hidden. Right, the only thing I can shoot is his weak spot. They thought it was a good idea to stick these weak spots on top of the British TDs. This is why I hate playing them. Anybody can penetrate. If you can shoot at an enemy tank, he can penetrate you. It's almost impossible to fire at anybody in one of these British tank destroyers without exposing your biggest weak spot. Oh, they're so frustrating to drive. But they're so satisfying to shoot at. More surprise butt sex, and they just didn't even appear to acknowledge the fact that I was behind them. But what, you know, what were they going to do? Friendlies in front and behind, they were stuffed. But they were stuffed because they abandoned the middle of the map. They let two tank destroyers just just pack their picnic bags and drive straight through the middle. So they got nobody to blame but themselves. Oh, I want to get some of these kills. Probably not going to be fast enough. And our T-32's had a hell of a game. Tier 8 American heavy tank there. Tank in the corner up there where Circumflexes went around. He had a fantastic game, which makes what's about to happen to him all the more funny. We're going to keep an eye on him here. Do you see him there? Here he comes. Yeah, he was in such a rush to get down off that corner. He, splash. Desperately trying to get out of the water. No. Derp. Of course, the T-32 driving off the side of the jetty into the fjord was purely accidental. What this scumbag is doing, I swear you could set your clocks by these guys. Game's lost. About to get killed by enemy tanks. Not as long as I still have an open stretch of water to drive into and suicide out of pure spite. So, anyway, a win's a win. And that one was a sneaky little brothers in arms for me and Circumflexes. He absolutely cleaned up. Went around behind all those heavies and just didn't use any kind of lubricant whatsoever. Where is it? Oh, he actually got 4 of them. Well played. Damage done. This is why I'm saying that poor T-32. He had a great game. Look at that. Took 8 hits, 2,000 potential damage received, did 3,000 damage of himself, and then rolled right off the edge of the jetty into the fjord. Poor guy. But yeah, good game, good game. I do like the T28 Prototype. I think it's a great machine. It's limited, but it can dish out the damage, and it can take it. It's one of my favourite tank destroyers. So anyway, folks, that's it for today's World of Tanks. As always, take care on that battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.